Serguego. It's Galen Odegas here, the CPNP, and we will be doing baby food making today. So the baby food making, we are doing the traditional foods of our people, going with the winter theme. So some of the foods that our people would be eating in the winter. So we have squash, we have beets, which are so good for you, so good for baby. But I will caution, they do get a little messy. They do stain, so if you are introducing to baby and letting them explore with their fine motor skills and feeding themselves, I would recommend maybe just letting baby wear a diaper. It does stain clothes, and if you do get a beet that's a little bit more on the ripe side, the juices could also stain like your cutting board, some of your cooking utensils. So just keeping that in mind. And we are doing meat in this portion. So, back in the day, we would be using venison, deer meat, or fish. If you have either of those on hand, you can use that and, cook it the same way. We are using lean ground beef. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and we will see you in the spring for our next segment. So when talking about the traditional baby foods that we made and their benefits to babies, beets contain vitamin B's, folate, and a lot of great, vitamins and minerals. They're antioxidants, they're anti-inflammatories, and another great, things that beets do, not just for adults, but for babies too, is they are a liver cleanser. Especially in this world, we have a lot of toxins. So it's great to know that, beets are a great liver cleanser for our babies. So when going to the butternut squash is great for vitamin A, potassium, and fiber, which is amazing because when you start solid foods for your baby, you'll notice that sometimes they can get constipated. They could have a sore belly. So butternut squash is a great kind of neutralizer for that. If you notice your baby's getting a little constipated, maybe try butternut squash for that. So for the video, we made ground beef, but traditionally we would use venison. And also too, the way we would kind of traditionally store venison was we would have the babies eat first so that we can grind it up for them and cook it. And just like we did, we would boil it, mash it up for them. Traditionally too, what they would do was they would dry the meat and kind of make it into a, not really like a beef jerky, but similar to it. It's dried meat. And it's what they would give the babies to when they were teething to just kind of chew on. So venison has a lot of great vitamin B's, iron, protein, and zinc, which is really good for, those essential nutrients. And the reason why I wanted to do beets, butternut squash, and venison is because they're great on their own. So when you're introducing solid foods to babies, it's recommended that you have them start one solid food that is new to them for 1 week, just to make sure their body can digest it properly, they're not allergic to it, just to make sure baby kind of gets accustomed to its taste and its texture. And these three are great to mix. So you can mix the butternut squash with the beets, you can mix the squash with the venison, you can mix, the meat with, you can kind of create a new flavor palette for the babies once they are used to the taste and texture and their bodies get used to it.